technology is very key, because you see, when you have too many people in that space and you think that monitoring by going to see what they are doing works, it might not work, because there'll be the people have their own limitations. The issue of tracking, and those who have followed me know that I used to talk about tracking. You track the machines that really cause a lot of problem, the excavators. You track them against a certain geospatial system, where, and I used to say that I'll sit in my office and then see that somebody is working where it shouldn't work, and therefore I can disable the machine. You see, this is doable. We did some work, and we were told that it was doable.
We as an association are looking at this strategy as community enforcement approach, where government will not look at the national, because it's a national issue, but the solution at the community doorsteps. So we form committees at the communities where the mining is taking place. You have small-scale miners themselves. We have the chiefs and elders. We have assemblymen and all the other community to manage it. So Minerals Commission will come in and let them know the companies that are supposed to work within their catchment area. Anyone coming out from that outside that list that has been given to the community, then they will not be allowed to work, and everybody will know those who are supposed to work. That will eliminate the issue of politically exposed people who try to influence the activities of illegality at the doorstep of the community.
We need to be realistic in looking at the political undertones of illegal mining. Unfortunately, sometimes when you hear some government officials talk, they make it look like illegal mining is an abhorrent kind of economic activity that is going on in the communities, engaging by some rascals in the communities and so on. We need to address the political undertones. Very, very important. That is one. The second one has to do with how do we get the chiefs to stop giving out lands to miners? By law, under the constitution, the minerals in the land, in the ground, belong to the state. They don't belong to the chief. So no chief has the right to grant any concession to anybody. But they are still doing it. If you talk to any of these Chinese in our backyard, they tell you that they go and pay money to the chiefs, and the chiefs give them land. So how do we address this problem without touching the sanctity, the so-called sanctity of our chiefs?
Government is optimistic the dialogue would build a national consensus devoid of partisan politics in dealing with the illegal small-scale mining menace, popularly known as Galamsey. A committee has been set up with an office to collect all memoranda, proposals and recommendations from individuals and organizations on best strategies and methods to deal with the menace. Government is hoping the forum would prefer what it calls a multifaceted approach in ending the problem. But will there really be a permanent solution to the myriad of problems in the sector?
Our ministers have been unable. They are unwilling to step on toes. They are unwilling to step on toes. That is why the problem of illegal mining keeps festering. We pretend we are addressing the problem, and the problem also pretends to exist. So we keep talking about it, but it is still there. So the minister has to be bold. The minister must understand that addressing illegal mining will elicit some harsh realities. It will elicit some harsh criticism from within his own party and from within, without his own party as well, from both NDC, MPP, from among some chiefs, from among some powerful business people. All these people are going to come after him. And if he's willing to face them, look them in the face and tell them that irrespective of what you say, I will do the right thing in the interest of Ghana. That is what I call boldness, and I expect him to exhibit that.
The outcomes, there will be some outcomes at the conference, definitely. They would have solved all the problems of small-scale mining over there. I'm sure people would come up with various ideas, and I believe that the issue of reducing the negative impact, the issue of monitoring, the issue of technology would come up. And I expect that to come up. My concern is not about even that, because I was at a different forum when the question I asked is, when we do all these things, what do we do with them? You see, if we are going to, sometimes we buy time with all this forum thing. But when we have done, after we have done that, after we have dialogued and we have come up with some blueprint, what do we do with them?
At the forum, stakeholders will make some recommendations that will guide the incumbent government's policy interventions in tackling illegal mining. But how are these recommendations going to be implemented, and are there specific timelines considering the magnitude of the challenges?
When the report is produced, when the blueprint is produced, we have to take it to the cabinet. The cabinet will examine it, and the cabinet will make a determination on it, after which it will become policy. If it is required for us to have some legislative intervention, I will then have to shepherd the motions in Parliament to ensure that we have the necessary legislative interventions. Now, the implementation of the roadmap or the blueprint, as I said, much of it will be on me as minister and government, but there will be some of it on all of us, and I have to say this, on all of us as a people.
This conversation in terms of the national dialogue should come out with a proper communique, and the implementation of those the ideas that will bring about the solution should be looked at, and we should allow technical people to lead in terms of solving the issues that or the challenges that the sector brings. You have Minerals Commission, the EPA, Water Commission and all that. Government should resource them and also give them the free hand to be able to work and work effectively.
Currently, the illegal mining menace is on the ascendancy, ravaging a significant part of the country. Once again, the nation will be watching and hoping that the Akufo-Addo administration will do the right thing, devoid of political considerations, as was promised in 2017.
If we do this consultation, what we're going to start doing tomorrow, and we still allow the politicians to do their own thing, then what we're doing tomorrow will be a waste.
What we are looking for from our countrymen and women is broad-based national support for us to be able to deal with this matter on a non-partisan basis, because in the end, it's about the survival of future generations of our country.